Hey guys, Old Man Steno here, and this weekend we're going to be refinishing these cast iron pans. These pans have been just sitting in the back of a barn rusting for at least 25 years. Some just have a little bit of rust on the surface, and others are really badly pitted, and I'll show you all how to take care of both in this video. Grab a container that's big enough to fit the pan that you're fixing up. Then cover the pan with vinegar and let it soak for at least an hour. Some of the pans that were in really bad shape I let soak overnight. You don't really want to soak them longer than that, or the vinegar itself will start corroding the metal. Once the pan's been soaking for a while, grab some coarse steel wool and scrub it until all the rust is gone and the metal looks gray. Once you get most of the surface rust off, you'll be able to see if the pan has a lot of pitting or not. A little bit of pitting isn't going to be much of an issue because the seasoning is going to help smooth them out. But heavy pitting like this pan here is going to prevent us from getting an even seasoning later on. So the metal is going to be more prone to rusting and foods are just going to stick more. So for this pan, we're going to bust out the big guns and use an orbital sander. Make sure you got your eye protection and your respirator on. I started with a 40 grit sanding disc and finished out with a 220 grit. It took me about 30 minutes of sanding, focusing on the cooking area, before I was really happy with the results. You can still see the pitting, but it was a lot smoother to the touch, and once I got a good seasoning on it, I couldn't feel them at all. Give the pan a quick wash with mild soap. Then you want to dry it completely before applying the oil. It's a good idea to heat the pan up in the oven just to make sure all the moisture is evaporated off the surface before you start the seasoning. Give the pan a thin, even coat of oil. Vegetable oil is a good choice because of its high smoke point. Animal fats work too, but can go rancid if the pan is stored for too long. Once you get the pan covered, wipe the excess oil off with a clean rag. You don't want a thick layer of oil because it'll leave a sticky finish. The idea is to slowly add to the seasoning over time with thin layers of oil every time you cook. Eventually you'll get that deep black seasoning. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees, place the oil pan upside down in the oven so any of that excess oil can drip off, and put some foil underneath the pan just to catch those drippings. Let the pan bake for at least an hour. If you want to build up the seasoning a little more, you can take the pan out every 30 minutes and just give it another light coat of oil. Just remember to wipe the excess oil off every time you do so the finish doesn't get sticky. You can repeat this 3 to 4 times. Once it's cool enough to handle, take it out and give it a final light coat of oil. Then it's done.